Hi, in this video I'm gonna play through Pokemon Let's Go Eevee with just Magmar. I figured Magmar would be a safe choice because it's a Pokemon without any evolutions. It's weak to rock and water, which are the first two gyms. Those are the easiest gyms of the game. I figure if I can get through them, I can probably get through the entire game relatively easy. In this game, Magmar doesn't appear until the Pokemon Mansion, which is close to the end of the game. The Magmars there are levels 39 through 44. That is too high level for my purposes. So I brought 4 Magmars over from Pokemon Go, the mobile game, using the Go Park facility. Here are my 4 Magmars. I've got 2 3-star Magmars and a 2-star Magmar, all under level 10. I also have a level 19 Magmar, which is 1 star. I probably won't use that one much. The first 10 minutes of the game are pretty normal. I named my character Magmario, my rival Dolphin, and my Eevee Maggie. Before the first rival battle of the game, I saved, then I used Pokemon Home to bring the 4 Magmars into the game. Now I'm ready to get started. Let's go Magmar! I start with the rival battle against Dolphin. I kicked his watery butt. It only took 2 turns to defeat his Pikachu. I should call it Weekachu because it's so not strong. That can't stand up against Gaston. No one fights like Gaston. No one bites like Gaston. No one knocks out Pikachu's lights like Gaston. I'm going to fast forward through this next section, through the Viridian Forest. This was my first time playing a Pokemon game with a Pokemon that's traded, meaning the Pokemon comes from a different Nintendo Switch account. The internet warned me, if you trade your Pokemon, you'll run into disobedience. The Pokemon won't listen to you. The Pokemon will basically say, hey, you're not my owner, I'm from the other Nintendo Switch account. I don't have to listen to you. And so the Pokemon doesn't do what you tell it to do. It just ignores you in battle, it won't obey, it will fall asleep. And falling asleep is the worst, because then it hurts itself. You know, it just sits there, it's asleep, and it gets attacked 3 times in a turn. So, got too many things to talk about. I did capture a Caterpie and a Weedle here in the forest for evolutionary purposes, because those Pokemon evolve pretty easily. I captured a Bellsprout in the forest, because you have to capture Bellsprout in order to get into the first gym. So those were the only 3 Pokemon I captured here in the Viridian Forest, because I was worried about this disobedience stuff. The internet made it seem really, really scary. And it turns out it's not that bad. Like, disobedience happened 2 to 4 times over the course of the game. It was definitely not something I needed to worry about that much, because it turns out that the game is fairly well leveled in terms of fighting the gym bosses. The way disobedience works is it's based on levels of 10. It matches with the gym badges, so the more gym badges you have, the more likely it is that your Pokemon will listen to you. And it kicks in at level 10. It kicks in at level 10 here. So I was purposely trying not to catch a lot of Pokemon, and I didn't want too much experience, because then my Pokemon would level up, get past level 10, and then I'd have a whole bunch of disobedience stuff. And I was really, really scared of that. So that ended up biting me in the butt later on, because I had to go back. I had to go back there and capture a bunch of new Pokemon, because in order to get into Koga's gym, you need 50 Pokemon overall, so 50 unique Pokemon in the Pokédex. And yeah, that's why I had to go back later and get new Pokemon, because I missed a bunch of Pokemon in the forest because I was purposely trying to avoid getting my Pokemon over level 10. I was trying to avoid the disobedience stuff, and we will see some disobedience here in the gym towards the end of the battle with Brock. So you'll be able to see it. You'll see what I'm talking about, this disobedience. Right now, I don't need to worry about these battles, because guess what? Gaston is higher level than these Geodudes. So Gaston is able to do a fair amount of damage to the Geodudes, even though all the moves are not very effective. They're doing like a third of the damage to the Geodude, and that's fine. That's fine. That just means like 3 hits with Ember, and then the Geodude's dead. Alright, bring on the next Geodude. Ooh, something else about traded Pokemon is that they get extra experience, and you'll see that at the end of the battle. It will say that Gaston got boosted experience points. That's because Gaston is a traded Pokemon. Yeah. The other Pokemon in the party will be getting experience points, but because they're not actually fighting in the battle, they get less experience points. You know, whoever fights in the battle gets extra experience. So you could argue, hey, Gaston's getting boosted experience because Gaston gets boosted experience points right here, and extra experience points for being the only one who fought in the battle. Right, defeated that guy, and Brock is way tougher, way tougher than those Bush League scrubs. You can tell why Brock is the gym leader. So Brock is going to start with a Geodude, which is not too scary. We just fought 2 Geodudes. This one is tougher because it's past level 10. It's level 11, right? And I can't be level 11 because then I'd have to worry about that disobedience stuff. So that's the problem I ran into, is that it's like, okay, Gaston is under-leveled, because if he was the same level as the Brock's Pokemon, Gaston wouldn't listen to me. Disobedience does kick in on level 10. So you can see it's a pretty even battle. Like, I'm doing about as much damage to the Geodude as the Geodude is doing damage to me. I was kind of hoping the Geodude would waste a bunch of turns doing Defense Scroll, and that's a move which boosts your defense. But Gaston's Ember attack is a special attack. So special defense is the thing that counters Ember. So it would have been really great, you know, if the enemy did moves to boost its defense, because I'm not using attack defense moves, I'm using the special ones. You'll notice Onix is doing a ton of damage. Onix gets super effective hits, so I tried the strategy of poison the enemy. The smog sometimes poisons the enemy. The other strategy is you can swap out a bunch of Pokemon. Yeah, that is one strategy, but no, healing in between turns. I think this enemy does more than 20 damage, though, right? Yeah! And I don't have that many potions. So I tried Smog again, and this time it actually worked. It wasn't effective, but it poisoned the enemy. And, you know, that poison does more damage than anything I can do against the enemy. You saw there. It's like it did more damage than any of my moves. So I poisoned the Onix, and then I swapped out for level 19 Fireball. And this is where we'll get to see the disobedience. You'll see what I'm talking about. Fireball is well above level 10. And all the Pokemon above level 10 are disobedient. So occasionally it's... well, not occasionally. Most of the time it's going to ignore me. I keep using this one move, Smokescreen. That makes the Onix miss. It takes away the Onix's accuracy. So the Onix will miss over and over and over again. That's good, that's good. And that way it will take up a lot of turns because it keeps missing, and every single turn it gets poisoned. Here Fireball won't obey. I think that's what's going to happen. Yeah, he just turned away and he dodged because Onix has bad accuracy, and I'll just do the same thing. The other reason I brought out Fireball is Fireball has higher defense because Fireball is level 19. So just use Smokescreen over and over and over again. Hope the Onix keeps missing. Did it miss there? But that's okay. The Onix is at the point where the poison's gonna kill it, right? So I think I'll bring out Burn. Burn has the highest defense, right? The higher defense out of those 2 Magmars. So all Burn has to do is survive 1 turn, and that's it. Oh, Ember worked. Ember worked. Okay, great. Onix is defeated, and Burn gets a bunch of experience there. Because Burn's technically the only Pokemon who fought in that battle, because the other two fainted, so they don't get experience points. Burn gets all the experience. Brock is going to give us 2 items. Number 1, he's going to give us a badge, and that's going to boost the obedience level to level 20, as he explains. So now, any Pokemon under level 20 will be obedient, and they'll listen to you 100% of the time. And it's going to go up with every single gym. So when we beat Misty, it's going to jump to 30. That's going to be the limit. And then our next gym badge will bring it to level 40, 50, 60. And by the time you get to like 40 and 50, that's pretty much as high as Pokemon Go in this game. So then you really don't have to worry about obedience. Generally, once you're finished with, so that's got to be what, Gym 4 when you get 40? I can't do the math in my head. Like, if I could do the math in my head, I would do the obedience percentage. It's a complicated mathematical formula based on your Pokemon's level and your number of gym badges. So what I'm doing here is I'm using a TM called Headbutt. That's what Brock gave me. And I think it's a normal type move. And basically, I just wanted a physical move rather than relying on Ember all the time. Because Ember is definitely, like, the main move of Magmar. But I figured, you know, sometimes you're fighting against Pokemon like Geodude or Onix that are strong against Ember. And so having a move other than Ember, which does damage, is a good idea. I don't have much to say about the Mount Moon area. I continued to avoid catching any Pokemon. Gaston was hurt badly enough on the first floor that I went back for healing before doing the second floor. The fight against Super Nerd Miguel didn't go well because his Voltorb used Light Screen, which makes Ember do far less damage. Once the screen wore off, Gaston did regular damage again. The battle against Team Rocket is a double battle, so both Gaston and Burn have to fight. They both used Ember every single turn. They won easily enough. I noticed they were both at level 12. I decided to keep going with double battles after that. I know some people will complain that's cheating, because in every battle, I'm using 2 Pokemon, while the enemy only has 1. That does make it way easier, and every battle ends in 1 turn. Except for the battles against Psyduck and Growlithe. They're both strong against fire, so I had to headbutt them. I went across Nugget Bridge and did the scene with Bill. Both my Magmars were level 16 at that point. That's not ideal. The requirement to enter Misty's gym is to have a level 15 Pokemon, so they're just 1 level above the entrance requirement. I captured 3 Pokemon in the area, which brought my Magmars to level 17. At this point, I made the official decision to use Burn as my number 1 Pokemon, with Gaston as number 2. I did this because Burn has better special attack and special defense. Gaston has higher speed, though, so in pretty much every battle, Gaston leapfrogs Burn and attacks first. Let's watch the second gym at normal speed. I decided to start by testing out my different attacks. Ember and Headbutt. Those are the only 2 attacks I have which do damage. So I started with Ember. How much damage is Ember gonna do? Not a whole lot because it's a water gym and water types are strong against fire moves. So Ember does 20% damage, 25% damage, a little more because I burned the Goldeen. In comparison, Headbutt does like 45% damage, and you'll see that here. It does a lot more damage than Ember does. So by using Headbutt, instead of Ember, I do like 20 to 30% more damage. And that's it. I'm going to have to use Headbutt to win this gym. Sorry, I made a weird noise there to cover for the fact that I jumped ahead a little bit. I did pause my game and mess with the movesets of the Magmars because their movesets were not the same, and that totally threw me off. So now they both have Ember as move number 1 and Headbutt as move number 2. So they're matching. That's a lot easier on me. So is Headbutt any better against this enemy? Yeah, I mean, it's not the greatest. It's still not the greatest, but I can easily defeat this enemy in 2 turns. I find it interesting that the 3 Pokemon that you have to fight in this gym in order to reach Misty, but you don't have to fight them. You can dodge them by walking along the platform a different way. Doesn't matter. The Pokemon that you have to fight before reaching Misty, you've got Goldeen, you've got Shelter, and now you've got Seal. Misty doesn't have any of those Pokemon. That's a little strange. Like with Brock, you had to fight the Geodude, and then the Geodude, and Brock had a Geodude, so it was good preparation for fighting Brock. Here, it's not such good preparation for fighting Misty, because it's Pokemon that she doesn't have. Yeah, they are all Water-type Pokemon, but they're not the same Pokemon. So, Headbutt works. My Magmars are going to level up here. They leveled up to level 18. So that means I probably should have started the gym with my Magmars at level 18. That way they would have beaten the gym a little bit more easily. And they still would not have leveled up fast enough to reach the level 20 disobedience cap before having the fight with Misty. But that's hindsight. And hindsight is 2020. My hindsight is saying, hey, should have had my Magmars at level 18. Okay, so I had a very specific strategy for Misty. And the strategy is special defense. Misty has a Psyduck, and she has a Starmie, and they only have special attack moves. So special defense works really well. I bought 6 special defense, so I can use 3 on Burn and then 3 on Gaston. And that's what I'm going to do for like the first 3 turns, is give special defense to my characters. That way they have the maximum special defense against these enemies that do, special attacks. I put all the special defense on Burn first because Burn is the #1 Pokemon, and then I put it on Gaston, and you'll get to see what this looks like. Because Psyduck attacks Burn, and look, Psyduck did not do a whole lot of damage to Burn when Burn had all of those special defenses activated. Whereas Gaston, with no special defense activated, he took a lot more damage. A lot more damage. That just kind of shows how the special defense works. It does, in fact, make it so the enemy does not do as much damage to you. And let's see, I'm gonna test the Ember stuff again and use Potion to heal Gaston. So how much damage does Ember do against the Psyduck? Yeah, it's still not very good. We'll see, does Headbutt do more damage? Spoiler alert, Headbutt's gonna do way more damage. Yeah. Alright, so Psyduck isn't the scary one. The scary one is Starmie. Starmie just has high special attack, but because I have boosted special defense, I get through it just fine. And I did double check that Headbutt is still the best option here. Oh man, did a lot of damage to Gaston, but still, Gaston could take like 2 or 3 of those hits before dying, and I could also use a potion on Gaston. So I've got this fight in the bag, basically. Oh, it's over. Oh, I was expecting to go on for another turn. Okay. Even if it had gone on for another turn, I could have survived another, 4 turns or so by using potions. Alrighty, so I just defeated Misty's gym, and now my Pokemon will listen up to level 30. That ups the obedience cap by another 10 levels. Yeah! And she also gives me a TM, which I can't use on the Magmars, so I don't care. Now let me fast forward through the next section of the game. Basically, you go south from Misty's gym in order to reach the SS Anne. I did the optional battle against the Team Rocket person by the wrecked house because you get the TM Dig from that battle. I thought the Magmars could learn Dig. Turns out they can't, so it was a waste of time. I got a Pidgey and a Vulpix. I went through the long tunnel. On Route 6, I got a rare candy, and I caught a Psyduck, and then I fought 2 battles that I actually could have skipped, but whatever. Then it's on to the SS Anne, where you have to fight your rival. This one is smooth sailing. I used Ember every single time. I kicked Dolphin's watery butt easily. I beat every single Pokemon in 1 to 2 turns. You get the move Cut from the captain of the SS Anne. Both of my Magmars were level 21 at this point, so I was really far away from the disobedience level of 30. And the third gym is a weird one, because Lieutenant Surge has level 25 Pokemon. That's pretty far away from the cap of 30, whereas Brock, his Pokemon were over the cap of 10. Misty's Pokemon were 18 and 19, so that's still pretty close to the cap of 20, but Surge is 5 levels away from the cap. This guy was not even trying when it comes to leveling up his Pokemon. Well, because my Pokemon were like level 21, and, the cap is 30, I decided I could easily have them gain a lot of levels. So I went to the field, which is east of Vermilion City. I did 1 battle. I started catching Pokemon. I caught Eradicate and a Pidgeotto. And then I got super lucky with a level 18 Chansey. I got all the bonuses catching this Chansey. It's a new Pokemon, excellent throw, first throw, synchronized bonus, and size bonus. So it gave me about 4,000 experience points. And then, boom, my Magmars jumped from level 21 to level 29, 29, 27, and 30. At level 28, Magmars learned Fire Spin, which is a second fire attack move. I'm not going to use it as much as Ember because it has less power and less accuracy than Ember. I think it is guaranteed to last 4 to 5 turns though, whereas Ember sometimes leaves the target with the burn, usually not. So Fire Spin does have more of a long-lasting effect. Let's watch the third gym at normal speed. This is probably going to be the fastest gym. Simply because you can avoid all the trainers if you just walk in this specific fashion. Wrong trash can. It's this trash can, and then it's the trash can immediately below it. So just walk carefully. Like, the guy on the left can see you if you get too close to that guy. But walk carefully, he won't see you, and you're fine. You can deactivate the barriers without a single trainer battle. As I said, Lieutenant Surge has Pokemon that are level, 25. And all my Pokemon are basically level 29. So, this is not going to be much of a battle. I don't think they have any, type strengths or type weaknesses. Let's see. So Ember and Fire Spin. Decide to try out Fire Spin, that new move. So yeah, Fire Spin leaves the enemy trapped in a fiery vortex. So it works sort of like poison, sort of like burn. Like every single turn, it's just going to. Yeah. So the. Darn it, the Voltorb casts the light screen, so my special attack moves do less damage. It's the same thing that Super Nerd Miguel's Pokemon did. So that means my fire moves are doing less damage because those are special attack moves. So I switched to just doing Headbutt. Oh, did Ember there. Oh, Ember is super effective against Magnemite. Okay, well that's fine. That's fine. And it looks like here I'm just sticking with the exact same moveset because it's easier. So that's the way this game works. Like, okay, Gaston used Headbutt last time. The game assumes I'm going to use Headbutt again. So here's a Raichu. Is Raichu going to be scary? Fire Spin. Alright, just trying out all the moves here. Ooh, Fire Spin looks good. Yeah? Okay, and now the light screen has worn off, and so I can just Ember this enemy to death, and it'll be fine. Watch. Yeah. So, all in all, Lieutenant Surge is a pretty easy enemy to face. And now my Pokemon have the experience cap of 40, so they don't become disobedient until level 40, which is nice. The next gym is Erica's gym, which is pretty far away. That's not so nice. Still, there was a decent cushion between my Pokemon and the disobedience cap, so I felt safe in catching a lot more Pokemon. Diglett, Spearow, Fearow, Nidoran, Nidorino, other Nidoran, Machop, Cubone, Geodude, Graveler, Charmander! Oh, I should have done that as the Poke Rap. Diglett, Spearow, Fearow, Nidoran. Sorry, I don't know the Poke Rap. I would have caught more of the Pokemon, but I ran out of Pokeballs. I forgot to buy more, so I ran out. I used them all up, and then I stopped catching Pokemon. At level 33, Magmar learns Fire Punch. That's 88% stronger than Ember, so I switched to using that as my main attack move. My Pokemon learned that right before I entered Rock Tunnel, so Rock Tunnel was a breeze. It would have been easy anyway. The trainers aren't a problem. Their Pokemon are all low to mid-20s, so that's 10 levels lower than my Pokemon. Same with the rival battle in Pokemon Tower. Dolphin's Pokemon are all 10 levels below mine. So that portion of the game is smooth sailing. The guard at Erica's gym wants a cute Pokemon. She says Magmar is super cute. She pets it, she says he smells good, and she wants to bury her face in its belly. Don't do that, you'll set your hair on fire. I am fast-forwarding through Erica's gym because it's not interesting. It's super easy because I have Fire-type Pokemon. Fire is effective against grass. I had one-hit kills against all the enemies in the 3 trainer battles I did. Erica should put up more of a fight. Let's see how she does against the Magmar machine. Tangela. Tangela is creepy looking. Okay, Fire Punch and Fire Punch. Yeah, okay, I'm just using Fire Punch. Yeah. So, Tangela did okay. Not really. Tangela got its butt kicked. But, you know, it was not killed in 1 hit. It was killed in 2 hits. What is this? Confuse Ray? Why? What? Now I'm confused. Why does Magmar learn Confuse Ray? I mean, I guess you could use that. No! Yeah, that doesn't seem like a very useful attack move, so I don't use it in my playthrough. I don't have my Magmars learn that. So Fire Punch and Fire Punch. Let's see if it's the same thing. Oh, 1 hit kill. Okay. Tangela's better than Weepin' Bell, I guess. And finally, Vileplume. So Fire Punch and Fire Punch. Yeah. I just used my strongest attack move every time, because why not? So Erica did not put up that much of a fight, but 2 of her Pokemon had to be hit twice before they went down. So she did put up a better fight than anybody else in her gym. Still, she's easily defeated. And now the disobedience cap raises to level 50. Raises to another 10 levels. Yeah! I tried to save the last 2 spots in my party for Pokemon that will evolve quickly. That worked fine for Charmander and Nidoran female. It didn't work with Machop and Cubone. They were stuck waiting for a while. Next, I did Team Rocket headquarters in Celadon City, because you have to do that now. Like other places in this game, the area is deceptively easy. Because all the regular fights are simple, the boss battles are tough. I got lucky with Jesse and James because I got a critical hit against Arbok. Burn was poisoned, then immediately unpoisoned, which was lucky. But then Archer did a ton of damage to Burn with a sludge bomb that resulted in poison. I used healing items after that battle. The Giovanni fight was also tough because he has Rhyhorn. It uses Drillhorn, which is super effective against Magmars. None of my attacks did much damage to Rhyhorn. Headbutt doesn't hurt it much, and it's strong against all fire moves. In retrospect, maybe I should have gotten TM19, Iron Tail, from the Celadon City department store. That is a Steel-type move, so it would have a type advantage against rock types. Speaking of type advantages, I did consider getting TM23, which is an Electric-type move. That would have been useful for Magmar to use against water enemies. Instead, I stuck with Headbutt as my only non-fire move for the entire game. Call me lazy, because the only TM I used was the first TM of the game. Speaking of moves, at level 44, I got the move Flamethrower, which has 90 power, 100 accuracy. Great move! I had it replace Fire Spin on my move list. Pokemon Tower is simple enough. I think Jesse and James were easier to beat there than they were at Team Rocket headquarters. They must have tried harder at their headquarters, because they didn't want to be seen slacking off in front of the boss. After that, I went to Fuchsia City. The guard at Koga's gym turned me away because I only had 36 species of Pokemon, not 50. So because I couldn't do that gym, I went for the one in Cinnabar Island instead. The Pokemon Manor wasn't much fun. I spent about 20 minutes in there, and it felt like I was waiting for new Pokemon the entire time, only they didn't show up. Ditto definitely hurt my feelings. So here's the gym with Blaine. It took me about 7 minutes to get through this gym. The requirement to get into the gym is to find the key inside the Pokemon Manor. That's what you do in Pokemon Manor. You can just, like, ignore all the Pokemon and go straight for the key. It's not super difficult. I love how the first question is about Magmar. Who's the Spitfire Pokemon? Magmar! Yes, of course it's Magmar. There are 8 gym badges. Eevee is so happy when I get a question right. Steel-type move is super not effective? What is it? Yeah! Alright! Okay. I am gonna miss the 4th question here. I have no idea. And poor Eevee. I like how Eevee was still happy even though I got the question wrong. Aww. Well, that's okay. Let's pretend I missed that question on purpose to get a sense of how my Pokemon would do in the battle against Blaine, because it's the Fire Gym. I've got Fire-type Pokemon. Does that help or not? I know Ghost-type is weak against Ghost-type. Okay, so here I'm trying out I'm trying out Headbutt. And then I'm trying out Flamethrower. Okay, so Flamethrower, half damage. Headbutt. Okay, I can't tell. They both did, like, half damage to the enemy. So I can't tell which one was better. Oh, dear. Well, let's see what Rapidash is. Headbutt. And then Headbutt again. Alright. That was a critical hit, though. But, I mean, that was not a critical hit, and they both did, half damage. See, that's the problem with testing out how effective the various moves are. I've got 2 Pokemon attacking, and those Pokemon have different attack powers. So, yeah. Oh, I forgot to mention, in the Pokemon Mansion, I got 2 new Pokemon. Magmars! Yeah, you get Magmar in Pokemon Mansion. That's where Magmar first appears. So, yeah, Magmar first appears pretty far into the game. Like, this is, for most people, the second to last gym. And the scenes that occur immediately after the gym kind of confirm this is supposed to be the second to last gym. Because there's a conversation about the last gym immediately afterwards. Oh man, a fight against 3 Magmars. I like it. So I'm going with Headbutt. Looks like, yeah, instead of using Flamethrower. Because Fire-type moves are not so effective. Not so effective. And this went well, yeah. Except for Gaston being confused, yeah. Good job, Blaze Butt. And Fireball. Good for you, too. Arcanine. Okay, let's see what this is. Gonna keep going with Headbutt, then. Oh, there's a TV camera in the background. Are people, like, filming this for a TV show? Gaston hurt itself. Gaston, no. And Headbutt did, like, no damage to Arcanine, so I was forced to try Flamethrower and then, Headbutt. Ooh, Arcanine, no! Stop! Yeah! It's still hard to tell what's better, Headbutt or, Flamethrower. Oh, looks like I'm gonna use an item here. Am I gonna heal? Super Potion, yes. Super Potion on burn. I mean, it might have been a good idea for me to use X defense or X attack. Alrighty. 2 more, about halfway through this battle. Yeah, Rapidash is 47. My Pokemon are 49 and 48. So they are pretty evenly matched. And yeah, using a Fire-type move on a Fire-type is not very effective. Okay, so I guess that's why I stuck with Headbutt. So, was not doing the greatest here, but... Oh, none of my Pokemon died yet. Ooh, Fire Blast! Wow, so there's a new move. Oh man, let's see what that is. Ooh, wow. Oh, it only has 5 uses. It doesn't have perfect accuracy, but yeah, it has a whole lot of power. So I use that to replace my weakest move. Bye-bye, Ember. Ember served me well, but guess I'm replacing it with the new most powerful fire move. So I do say that it looks like Magmar's fire moves, they just get increasingly better and better as the game goes on. So somebody put some thought into that. Ninetales, I'm running out of uses of Headbutt here. Oh dear. Oh good, Ninetales flinched. Because Ninetales flinched, that means instant victory for me, right? Ooh. Man, I got Ninetales to flinch twice. So, yeah, the fight against Blaine was fine. Nobody died or anything. I only had to use 1 super potion. Even though I'm sure I could have had a move which is better than Headbutt. It worked fine enough. I managed to beat the gym. Oh no, Fire Blast. Wasn't that the move I just got? Okay, yeah. So I'm pretty sure what I do right after the gym is I teach Fire Blast to all my Magmars. Great, great. I wanted to do Koga's gym next, but I wasn't allowed inside because I only had 41 Pokemon species, not 50. So I was forced to go back to the early areas of the game, Mount Moon and Viridian Forest, to get more Pokemon. I could have avoided all this backtracking if I had gotten Pokemon there on my first trip, which I didn't do because I was worried I'd get too much experience and have disobedient Pokemon. Going into Koga's gym, my Magmars were levels 51, 50, 46, 47, 44, and 42. So this is around the point where Burn and Gaston are so far ahead of the other Magmars, there is no reason to ever use one of the other 4 Magmars, except in case of an emergency. So this is me going through Koga's gym. You do have to fight this character. Yeah, this character is standing right at the entrance to one of the secret pathways, so there's no way to go through the pathway without doing this fight. This is a Muck. Muck is going to cast Protect right here. Yeah, so protect basically means whatever attack I do does nothing. And that's just not good. Burn dodged a move there. That's great. And now I should win unless it protects itself. No protection. Great. Good. The worst possible scenario is that the muck just protects itself over and over and over again. That is the worst case scenario. Let's see Beedrill. Fire Punch, one hit kill. There we go. Easy enough. Now, this is the only trainer that you absolutely have to fight in order to get through the gym. It is a bit of a maze, and you can't always see the walls of the maze. I think it's like every 5 seconds we see the smoke, and now we can kind of see the walls of the maze. But it's tough. I probably should just draw a map of how to get through the maze, and I accidentally walked in front of that character. Blah. That was not on purpose. That was a mistake. Fortunately, this character is easy enough to defeat. It's a Haunter, and it's going to be super low level compared to me. Yeah, it's level 40. I'm level 53. One hit kill. Bye-bye. Alright, couple of level ups. That's good. Now I just go through the maze, try to figure out how to dodge the walls. You can't dodge all these characters. Well, she's facing the wrong direction, so it's easy to dodge her. Looks like you attack Koga from below, because attacking from above doesn't work. Gotta go around that guy. Don't know why Koga has a lion tamer inside his gym. Are there lion Pokemon? There must be lion Pokemon, just not in this game. So this battle is not going to be the greatest, but I'm still going to win easily enough. Like, I have my one Pokemon. I've got Burn, who's doing great, and Burn will win the battle all by himself. Yeah, I did not bring Gaston out. I should have brought Gaston out. That would have made this battle... It would have made the gym go more quickly. So, apologies to Gaston, to all his fans and his life hangers-on. Oh no! Burn was poisoned. That's not good. So these enemies all know poison and protect, and oh yeah, that's bad. That's bad. Okay, defeated Weezing. And Burn expelled the poison. Good job, Burn. Great, great. Oh, it's muck again. It's gross. Okay, Fire Blast. Oh, I got poisoned again. Yeah, I probably should have just used Fire Blast over and over again, but I was afraid of getting Protect like that. That would have been the worst. Ugh. I mean, what I'm going to use an antidote here. What I guess I could have done was, like, use Fire Blast against all the trainers, then gone and healed to get 5 more uses of Fire Blast. Yeah, but you know, it takes like about a minute to leave a gym and go get healed and then go back. And I don't like that. I don't like taking a minute, especially when I could just beat the gym in one go if I really try. So I kept going with Flamethrower. Good. No! No! Stop poisoning! Stop it! Ugh. So yeah, Burn's almost dead now. Thanks, Poison. Thanks, Poison. Like, the Poison did more damage than the actual enemies. Yeah. These enemies did not hurt me. It's just Poison and Protect. That's all. And that is Koga's strategy. Well, this is an easy one. Fire Blast should be a one-hit kill against this enemy. Because this one's weak to fire, right? Please? Yeah, super effective. Okay, great. Yeah, all I needed was one move, one fire move to connect to defeat the Venomoth. And, you know, That's why I didn't try healing, because I knew I was so close to actually winning the gym. It's like, one hit away, one hit away. I could survive one hit. Koga was the 6th gym leader. Now the disobedience cap does not matter to me at all. It is level 70. My Pokemon never get higher than level 70 in this run. Maybe I should not have gone for Blaine's gym and Koga's gym right after Pokemon Tower. Maybe I should have gone for Silph Co and Saffron City instead. I could have done that. The disobedience cap was 50 at that point. I totally could have beaten those places. Since I didn't do Saffron City then, I have to do it now. The Silph Co section is basically a joke, since their fighters are in the high 30s and mine are in the low 50s. Even Giovanni's powerful Pokemon all died in one turn. That's an advantage of doing things out of order. You know, your Pokemon are higher level than they should be, and so it's much easier to go back and do the stuff you're supposed to do first. So with these final 3 gyms, Koga, Sabrina, and Blaine, Blaine is supposed to be the last one. Blaine is the tough one, because Blaine's characters were all in the high 40s, whereas the other gyms, those characters high 30s, low 40s. So Blaine's only like 5 levels higher than the enemies. So, but it's still higher. That means Blaine is the strongest. And, oh, Slowbro is making Burn go to sleep. And that's just not good. You just have to, I guess, either swap out your Pokemon. Oh, I brought up my support trainer. Yeah, that's actually a great idea. Yeah, there we go. So Slowbro, it should be one hit to destroy Slowbro here. Both Headbutt. I wonder why I did Headbutt in both of them. Well, whatever. To get inside Sabrina's gym, you do need a Pokemon that's at least level 45, and I only have one Magmar that's under 45, so that's not even an issue. That's not even an issue. But I think that's the reason why a lot of people think Sabrina's gym maybe is done later, is because you have to have a level 45 Pokemon. Ha! Defeated Kadabra easily. So, you could debate among yourselves, hey, what is more difficult? Having a Pokemon that's level 45, or Koga's requirement, having 50 different types of Pokemon? Which one is more difficult? Because their Pokemon are generally about the same level in the 2 gyms, which you especially see here when I do the gyms back to back. Yeah. So I'm not very good at this maze. Honestly, I just need to write down the solution to the maze at one point, and yeah. Maybe next time. Maybe next time I'll write down the solution to the maze, and then I'll never have to worry about it again. Of course, getting to Blaine's gym is kind of the easiest of the 3 late-game gyms. Because all you have to do is go through the Pokemon Mansion and find the key. And there's only like 2 battles there that I think you have to do. Yeah. But then again, getting all the way to Pokemon Tower, it is a long way away. Like, Koga's gym is along the pathway to getting to Cinnabar Island. Alright, so now we get to fight. If you do this gym correctly, you don't have to fight. And here's where I found out that Burn is still asleep. And that's sad. Yeah, but you don't have to fight the trainers if you go through this gym correctly. That's what I was trying to say. Yeah, so this gym is a bit of a maze. So was Koga's gym. They're both mazes. Even just getting through Silph Co to get to this gym, because you have to do the Silph Co stuff to get to this gym, that's a maze in and of itself. Alright. Let's see if I can do it. So bottom left. I think this maze, it's the same concept of warping from tile to tile, but I think it's done completely differently in the other versions of this game. Whatever the other versions are. It's like Pokemon Yellow, Fire Red, Leaf Green, I think. I don't have them memorized. I did play Pokemon Yellow, so if you're super interested in seeing my first and only playthrough of Pokemon Yellow, you can see that on YouTube. I think it amuses people because it's my first time ever playing a Pokemon game, and so I didn't understand any of the rules. Like, I got very upset during my first trainer battle, and I'm like, ooh, hey, that person's got a really cool Pokemon. I try to capture it, and then the game wouldn't let me capture a Pokemon. Because it's a rule, you can't capture Pokemon during a trainer battle. And then there's a bunch of stuff the game doesn't explain. Yeah, I also got really mad when I found out when you die, the game sends you back to the most recently used healing station. That game does not explain that you lose a bunch of money when that happens. This game does. This game does. So this game, if you get knocked out, the game says, hey, you handed a bunch of money to the winner and then left. But it does not say that in Pokemon Yellow. So when I was playing Pokemon Yellow, I thought, whoa, I get sent to a healing station? Great! I didn't know that I lose money when I do that. So I would often, like, if I'm close to dying in a battle, I'm like, fine, I'll just die here and take the experience and try the battle again. Which is a strategy, but yeah. Okay, so, Sabrina, Burn is still asleep. Wake up, Burn. Oh, man, poor Burn. So we're fighting against Mr. Mime. Let's try fire moves. Alright, does about half damage. Oh, no, and it's using Light Screen, which is strong against special moves. So I should switch to Fire Punch. Except not. I'm using Headbutt. Oh, no. No, Fire Punch. Oh, terrible decision. I mean, Headbutt won. But still, Fire Punch should have been. Is Burn still going to be asleep? Wake up, Burn. Burn woke up. Burn woke up and immediately tried to Headbutt. Nothing. Good job, Burn. Okay, Slowbro. Slowbro. Still going for Headbutt? I guess. Okay, let's see. No, a Headbutt was terrible. I should have done fire moves. Oh, and it used Surf. Oh, it used a water-type move. Okay, Fire Blast. Gonna destroy it. And then Headbutt, yeah. Oh, Fire Blast wasn't very good there. So my strategy there was, because Burn is stronger than Gaston, I have Burn do the stronger move and then Gaston do the weaker move. Because Gaston is going to attack first. Gaston always attacks first. But honestly, they both should have done the strong move at the same time. That would have been fine. And Burn fell asleep again. Ugh. Alright, let's see what Jinx has to say. Fire Blast, alright. Yeah, Gaston, yeah. I should not have had Gaston do Headbutt that time. Gaston and Burn should have both been doing the strong Fire Blast move every single time. Would have been fine. One more Pokemon, right? Alakazam! Alright, let's try this. Is Burn gonna wake up? Ooh, Alakazam goes first. Nope, Burn does not wake up. Just Fire Blast it. All I need is one more hit and I'm done. Done. So that gym was a little bit more interesting because Burn slept through the whole thing. But other than that, simple enough gym. The fire type moves were fine. I probably didn't even need to do the most powerful fire type moves. I could have just done like my second most powerful fire move, and that would have been fine. That would have been fine. When you complete 7 gyms, you go back to Viridian City for the last gym. Basically, you do 2 gyms back to back. I wish there was a segment in between the 2 gyms where you can level up your Pokemon, because it is a pretty big jump in difficulty. Even if you were jumping from Blaine's gym, the last of the 3 gyms, to this one, it'd still be a difficulty jump. Because like I said, Blaine's Pokemon were level 47. Let's see what this Pokemon is. It's a Nidoking. Ugh, scary. But I want to see what level it is. 48. 48. Yeah, so they are definitely stronger than Blaine's Pokemon. So I guess... Oh, no! It got a super effective attack. Oh, it just destroyed Burn. Yeah, that's not good. So I guess probably the recommendation is that the last area in the game where you can really train and catch Pokemon around this point is the Pokemon Mansion. So you should probably get your Pokemon up to level 50 or something. Higher enough that they can take down this gym. That's probably what you should do at the Pokemon Mansion. We will get another area to explore after this gym. But yeah, that's kind of the downside. Like, the final 3 gyms, you only get 2 areas to really explore. It's Pokemon Mansion, and, okay, well, I guess there's technically 2 routes to Fuchsia City. You could explore either one of those if you want. But yeah, okay, so now, like, Burn's still 10 levels above this enemy. Maybe that'll help. There we go, 1-hit kill. Good. I definitely brought out Gaston because Burn was hurt. Oh, and this is a problem. Rhyhorn. Rhyhorn, that's the one that has super effective moves and is super strong against all my moves, right? Yeah, those were not very effective moves, but because I'm faster than Rhyhorn, I was able to defeat the Rhyhorn easily enough. So if it had just been Burn there in that battle, I would have lost. Yeah, the way this gym is set up, you kind of have to fight a bunch of the trainers. Unlike, you know, Sabrina's gym or Blaine's gym. Basically, you need to go through the entire circle of trainers just to move the trainer in the lower left. Looks like I'm just going to keep going with Fire-type moves. Let's see. Do they work? Yeah, I mean, so far my Fire-type moves are doing half damage to most of these enemies. So I probably got overconfident and said, oh, that first fight was just a fluke. I'm super strong and can totally defeat the enemies. Yeah, so here's me trying to figure out a way to get to the center area, but I can't. Yeah, I have to go through the spinny maze the whole way through. And at the very end, we have a final trainer. This is going to be a tough one. I think. Yeah, okay. Doug Trio. Doesn't seem like that would be scary. Yeah, but Burn's still pretty badly hurt. Yeah, in retrospect, should have gone with Fire Blast. Yep, Burn died. Okay. So now we get the really rare scenario where I have to bring out Blaze Butt. Is this like the first time I've had to use Pokemon number 3, my 3rd Magmar? I think it is. Yeah, okay, Blaze Butt helping out here. Good, Blaze Butt is still higher level than the, oh, Doug Trio, but Doug Trio got a super effective Earthquake move. So that's not good. Okay, any more Pokemon here? Rhyhorn. Oh, I just need to get lucky here. Let's see. And I'm just going to go with fire moves and hope for the best. Ooh, Fire Blast. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, there we go. Well, that was fun. Blaze Butt got to appear. So what I do at this point is, well, I grab that. Hey, a revive. I probably should have used it, but I didn't. I actually ran away and got some healing. Takes about a minute to run away and get healing in this game. Alright, so the trainer in the lower left has moved a bit because the trainer in the lower left moved to fight me. And then I went in the wrong direction, which was a silly mistake on my part. So I immediately reset the maze by going there. Now I'll do it correctly. Okay, go here. I walk up to the blue ones. It's helpful for them to be blue. Yeah, that really explains. Hey, these are the special ones. Do. Okay, tamer, Jason. Sandshrew. Okay, Sandslash, probably. It should be easy enough to defeat Sandslash, right? This is the evolved form of Sandshrew. Not sure if we've seen it in this playthrough or not. Whatever. Oh, use Protect. It still should be easy enough, right? Just one hit, kill, right? Yeah, one hit kill. Great, we're in perfect harmony. And now for the leader of this gym. It's Giovanni. Oh, that evil smile. Yeah, I guess he's normally the leader of Team Rocket, and being a gym leader is his side hustle. That's why he's rarely in his gym. But this time we're going to humiliate him. Well, no, actually, I'm going to die against Giovanni. Spoiler alert, I'm going to die. It took me 2 turns to defeat Giovanni. He was a tough guy. Simply because this Doug Trio, I think Doug Trio, yeah, it does that. And you'll see that Doug Trio is so fast. Doug Trio does the first attack. Doug Trio just has huge speed. So there's just like no way to avoid getting my Pokemon having half damage. Yeah. So let me rethink this. If I had put like Pokemon 3 and 4 at the start of this gym and they could have taken the damage rather than my super strong Pokemon, that would have been great. But yeah, that Nidoqueen did a super effective move against Gaston, and so Gaston died. And so Blazebutt gets some experience, gets to appear. There we go. Easy defeat. So here I still have hope, though, right? Okay, and 1 level up. But that's Blazebutt. I want my good Pokemon to level up. Nidoking and Nidoqueen. Well, if Nidoqueen has a super effective move, then Nidoking has to have a super effective move. And so I think here I just went for broke and just tried to do my strong moves. Okay, Nidoking was fine. Alright. Okay, that's not so... right on. Okay, this is why I died. This has to be it, right? Because I went for headbutts against it because it's, well, strong against fire attacks. And oh, it also has Earthquake, just like Doug Trio. Alright, so it killed both of my Magmars in 1 hit. And then the rest of this is just painful. It's just painful. Yeah. They're low level. There's no way they're going to win. There's a chance? I don't know. Yeah, there's not much of a chance. Just Fireball. So Fireball, just do the most effective attacks. Let's see. Like, that's okay. Yeah, but Earthquake killed both of them in 1 hit. It's like, if one of them had managed to dodge, then I probably would have won, because I think all I needed was one more attack, and then Magmario would have won. So, let's... I guess I could have tried using a Revive. I think that's what I was thinking there when I messed around with the bag. Like, I could have done that. Fire Blast! Almost, but that was a low-level Pokemon, and so the strong move, Fire Blast, just did not work. You hurried to the Pokemon Center. Did it say I gave money to, I thought it said, hey, you lost, you gave the money to the winner, and then lost. Well, whatever. I immediately went back to the battle. The battle was really close. Like, he was on his last Pokemon, and it didn't have much health left. I was sort of on my last Pokemon. And yeah, so I was very close to defeating it. This time, it looks like I was smart and only had Burn here. Oh, it dodged the attack. Well, that's just not fair if it's going to dodge Fire Blast. That's just not fair. And so then that just means I die, right? With Burns just dies right off the start. Yeah. That's terrible. But I was smart by only bringing Burn out instead of bringing Burn and Gaston. That way only one Pokemon dies against Dugtrio instead of two dying at the same time. Yeah, and now I guess what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? Am I gonna heal somebody or just let Gaston die? I just got in a terrible situation because Dugtrio dodged that one thing. So now Gaston and Burn are hurt, and they were my number 1 and number 2 Pokemon. It's sad. So neither battle against Giovanni went well. Okay. But Blazebutt barely manages to survive Earthquake and is able to defeat Dugtrio. Okay. So what am I gonna do next? Oh hey, Flamethrower. I'm not... This is not the time for that. Okay. Yeah, get rid of Fire Spin. Interrupting me in the middle of the battle for moves. Okay. I think I'm gonna have to keep battling. Let's see what I do. If I was smart, I'd bring up my second Pokemon and then use that as a... Yeah, that's what I did. Bring out my second Pokemon, try to use some revives and heals to bring back my other Pokemon. So that is, one of them is gonna fight Nidoqueen, and then the other is going to bring back Burn. Please tell me I have a max heal. Oh, a max revive. That would have been nice. And Blazebutt died. Okay. That's okay. I just revived Burn. Bring back Burn. Probably next turn heal and then bring back Gaston. Or I'll have Burn fight this enemy. Yeah, Burn can fight this enemy. Okay. Burn fights the enemy and then the other should heal. Should heal Burn. Or bring back Gaston. Or... Oh. Huh. Alright. Would have been the perfect opportunity for healing, but I guess I decided not to go with that. Hey, and Burn got a level. That's good. Yeah, I could have survived that first battle with Giovanni if I had done healing. Definitely. If I'd brought back a Pokemon. Yeah, that would have been fine. Fortunately, I don't think enemies in this game do that much. They don't really use revives. They do heal occasionally, but not that often. So Fireball got hurt by poison. That's fine. I'll just let Fireball die and let Gaston take Fireball's place. So Fire Punch there, and then heal there. Oh, I'm going for another revive. Wow. Blazebutt. Guess I decided to do the revive strategy instead of the heal strategy. Oh, hey, and Blazebutt expelled the poison. That's good. Good job, Blazebutt. So here's the scary Rhydon. Gonna have to go with Fire. I should have done Fire Blast. Really, I should have done. But both of them just attacking with Flamethrower. Not very effective, but you know, the enemy's down to half health now. And I've got 5 Pokemon are still alive. So at this point, I'm like, I won, right? I bring out Gaston. Gaston and Burn. They should make it through as long as this enemy doesn't do Earthquake and kills both of them in one go. And that didn't happen. Great. Victory Road was fine. I tried catching a lot of Pokemon to level up, but I never seemed to gain as many levels as I want to on Victory Road. Like, I'd love it if I could get my Pokemon all the way up to level 70 before fighting the Elite Four. Doesn't seem possible. I was not feeling too confident going into the Elite Four, but there is not a whole lot you can do to level up besides for catching a long chain of Gravelers on Victory Road. So I decided to go all out with the X items. They were good enough to get me past Misty. They should be good enough to get me past the Elite Four. Going into the Elite Four, I had Burn, level 65, Gaston, level 62. They're my main fighters. Blaze Button, Fireball are both 58, so they can help in a pinch like they did against Giovanni, but most likely, if I bring them in, they're just going to revive Gaston and Burn, who are the real fighters. The other two Magmars are level 50 and 48, so they're not going to do anything. The rest of this video will be me fighting the Elite Four. Let's see how it goes. Looks like it's going to take me about 20 minutes. So, 5-minute battles? 4 to 5 minute battles? I definitely have seen people get one-hit kills against all the enemies here. But maybe not with Magmar. So what's going to be my strategy here with Duogong? Duogong, I think, is a water-type Pokemon. Yeah. Oh, ooh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, you can also run out of moves. That happens a lot in the Elite Four. If my Pokemon only has 15 things of a move, and each of the Elite Four has like 4 or 5 Pokemon. Definitely. Okay, so I'm throwing X attacks. Yep, Duogong has super effective moves. That's not good. But Headbutt is affected by X attack, right? Yeah. So it looks like I got 18 X attacks and 18 special defenses. So, you can only use 3 on a particular Pokemon in a particular battle. I think it resets if your Pokemon dies and you revive that Pokemon. So I'm doing more X items. Now I'm throwing in X defense. No, X attack. Still X attack on Burn. Okay. I guess I'm having Gaston be the nurse to feed all these X items to Burn. Burn's using Headbutt against all these enemies. Because these enemies are water and ice type, so they're strong against fire attacks. Fortunately, I think Lorlei is the one that we do have to worry about. I don't think the others have water ones. Like, Lapras is definitely water. I'm still like 10 levels above Lapras, so it's not the worst, but yeah, definitely should have gotten that TM with the electrical type move. That probably would have been good here. Oh, hey, Burn leveled up. That's good. Good for Burn. Oh no, not Slowbro. Slowbro was the one that did so much. Okay, put my Pokemon to sleep. It didn't do so much damage, but still, I don't. Oh no! And look, Headbutt. Ooh, oh. Well, yeah, the one Magmar does way more damage with Headbutt than the other. Burn does way more damage because Burn has all those X attacks. Yeah, so basically Gaston's not going to do anything. Burn is the one that's doing all the damage. Alright. So that was my strategy for Lorlei. Just throw X attacks on Burn, have Burn headbutt the enemies to death. I guess I could have also gotten a bunch of X attacks on Gaston, and that way Gaston and Burn could have done it. Both been attacking together. It worked just fine to have just Burn do it, to be honest. It does take several turns. You saw it already take several turns to get all of those X attacks on my characters. And so in like the 3 turns it would have taken to get 3 X attacks on Gaston, Burn would have burned his way through 3 different enemies, which is like over half of the enemies that Lorlei has. So Bruno, what's Bruno got? Bruno's got Onyx. Oh, that's not good because Onyx is resistant to Burn, right? That's the case with Brock, right? Because it's rock type and it's strong against fire. So again, I'm going to have to go for headbutts. See if this works. Oh no, headbutts are still not very effective. Oh, and then it used Stealth Rock, which is fine as long as I don't switch out Pokemon. I'm good. So then I switched to doing fire attacks because headbutt was so weak. And look how well the fire attacks do. Even though they're not very effective, they still do a lot of damage. So at some point, my fire attacks just got way better than headbutt. Because you saw in Misty's gym, I was very careful with Misty's gym to test out, okay, how strong is headbutt? How strong is Ember? Well, Ember was nothing. Headbutt was the good one against the water-type enemies. Here, clearly Headbutt is not the good one against the enemies. Clearly, I should just have gone with fire moves the entire time. And you just saw, with Lorlei, I just used Headbutt under that mistaken assumption that water-type moves are, that fire-type moves are not the ones to use. So I don't know if that's the case that Headbutt is just super weak because it was the first TM of the game, or that I'm using fire moves that are more advanced. Probably a mixture of both, but yeah. So I wish I had just known somehow that, hey, fire moves are the way to go here for the Elite Four. That would have saved me some time, with Lorlei, at least. So this battle's going just fine because, well, besides for that Onyx, I don't think the others are, weak or strong against fire-type moves. They don't have any type bonuses, so it's just like me doing normal fire moves. There, I tried to vary up the moves that I use against the enemy Pokemon. Simply because I don't want to run out of uses of my moves, that's all. I guess Gaston levels up. Blaze Butt now level 59. Yeah, it does look like... Yeah. So, I mean, I used all those X items to get through Lorlei. In retrospect, maybe I could have gotten through Lorlei just fine using fire moves. Just hoping my special attack is strong enough to make up for the fact that the fire moves wouldn't have done as much damage as they should have. Alright, let's go. Next one. It is interesting how she talks about Professor Oak like they have a history together. I want to know this backstory. Maybe they have it on the TV show. Maybe they explain how she knows Professor Oak. And yeah, because we don't see her before this, or we don't really see her again. It's like, okay, that's like our only moment that we get to see her. Okay, so, looks like I'm going with X attack or X defense. Let's go with special attack. Yeah, special attack's probably the smart one. because that will help out my flamethrower, because my flamethrower is a special attack. Actually, maybe all of my fire moves are a special attack except for Fire Punch. Do I still have Fire Punch? Yeah, Fire Punch. Okay, so my fire moves besides Fire Punch, I'll work on a special attack. Yep. I probably didn't even need to raise the special attack so much, but now that I have, I've bumped it up twice. One hit kills for Burn every single time. Burn is still going faster than these enemies, and that's good. I like taking a turn first, like I attack first. Having Gaston use Headbutt, simply because I don't want to waste another X attack, and I don't want to waste another move. Headbutt being my weakest move, I'm like, fine, I'll use that. There's just really no reason for Gaston to say, use Fire Punch or Flamethrower there, because I know Burn is going to get a one-hit kill. Here we go. Very nice. So just one-hit kills. That's good. That's good. I know if you come into this with like super strong Pokemon or something, you can get one-hit kills without any X items. And that way you don't have to waste several turns doing X items. But that's fine. That's fine. Okay, we've defeated Agatha. Only 2 more battles until the end of the game. And I'm still in pretty good shape. Like, my Pokemon have used up, let's see, 30 to 40% of their moves. So I don't have a whole lot of move usage left, but we only have 2 enemies to fight. And now we get to fight Lance. Yeah, I kind of wish we did learn more about Lance. It's okay, though. Oh, he's got water Pokemon. Oh, I see. This is where things are going to get bad, aren't they? Because Cedra's definitely a water-type Pokemon. And I'm running out of moves of uses of Flamethrower. I'm going to use Special Attack, right? That's got to be what I do here. And there we go. Flamethrower, one-hit kill. Even though it's not very effective. Nice. Great. Good job. Well, then I'm not worried. I'm not worried anymore. I was worried to see that water-type Pokemon. But, wow. It did, like, 0 damage. Aerodactyl. Fire is strong against flying type? I don't know. Let's try it. Ooh, super effective move. And, Flamethrower. Oh, almost defeated the enemy there. And I'm, like, running out of Flamethrowers for, Burn. Let's see. So I'm just going, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? I'm going to, like, no, Potion Burn. Okay. Burn's going to use a potion. And then, Gaston. Oh, thank goodness Gaston roughed it out. Because I knew Gaston would get that kill. The enemy had, like, what, 1% HP left. I'm glad that Gaston toughed it out there and survived. Okay. Oh, another water-type Pokemon. Oh, okay, so Lance is a bit tougher than I thought. Wow. That's rough. Am I going to use a Max Potion? Oh, I'm going to use an Ether on Burn. Okay. Shouldn't have done that in battle. Should have done that outside of battle. And Gaston is dead. Well, I'll have to bring out Blazebutt. What am I gonna do? Am I just gonna keep going with my attacks? Should have done like an extra special attack on Burn. Maybe. Oh, critical hit. That's good. Charizard. Alright, let's see this. Flamethrower. Yeah, Charizard is, I think, a fire type. Yeah, it's fire type, right? Yeah, so that's why these fire moves are not doing the greatest, but that's fine. I beat it in 2 turns. No need to worry. Blaze Butt and Burn will definitely make it through this battle. They'll probably beat the next enemy. Oh, Blaze Butt got a level up because Blaze Butt was in that battle, so Blaze Butt got extra experience. Good. Good for Blaze Butt. So yeah, here I should just use Fire Blast. Yeah, using my strongest attacks. It used Outrage, but I dodged, so that's good. And then here I'm just going to use Flamethrower. Oh, I'm just going to swap out for Fireball. Wow. Yeah, it is one way to, like, waste a turn. Like, I don't want my Pokemon to use up a move. I'm just going to swap it out. That's one way to avoid having your Pokemon use a move. And hey, that gives Fireball some extra experience points. So yeah, now I'm the league champion. I'm going to skip this scene, by the way. It's kind of a long scene. It's not that long, but the real championship is against my rival, which makes sense. Like, definitely, our rival is the final boss of the game. Okay, Dolphin. Dolphin, who claims to be the champion. I don't know. I don't believe this. I feel like Dolphin called in a favor with Lance and says, "Hey, Lance, just pretend I'm the champion, okay? Please, Lance, please, 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 you're my uncle." And then Lance is like, "Fine." All right, so final battle. Because it's the final boss battle, I just kind of went all out on the X items. Didn't use too many of them on the Elite Four, but yeah, X defense. Just throw everything at Burn. So, bunch of X defenses. Oh, yeah. See, Burn didn't do any damage there. Oh, that's terrible. Fire Punch. No. I need those more. I need more of those X items. Thank you very much. So just X defense, I think. Yeah, like, Burn's defense is not strong, but Burn is fighting Mega Pidgeot, so what are you gonna do? So here, it looks like I'm deciding whether to do defense or special defense. I guess special defense is the safe one. Oh, and the enemy attacked Gaston there instead. That's good. That means Burn is not on the cusp of dying. So in retrospect, I probably should have done the thing where both Burn and Gaston are using X items. That way it's a lot faster to get all these X items up on Burn. And it would have been messing up the menu there. But yeah, I could have just had Burn like maxed out on X defense and X stuff. X defense, X attack, X special attack, X special defense. Light screen, oh no! So go with Fire Punch. Oh, was that the wrong one to use there? Oh, whoops. Yeah, it's not very good against that light screen there. Ooh. So I should have gone with Flamethrower instead. Should have done special moves. Oh, mistake on my part. Don't worry, I'm still going to win. Let's add more special attack. Good. Burn dodges that move. And then Gaston dies. Ugh. Yeah, that's not good. I probably... Yeah. Now I can't remember, like, which ones have been thrown at Burn and which ones have not. It's like, okay, I maxed out on special attack, special defense? Well, let's see. Yeah. I'm just using Fire Punch here, and that is, yeah, oh well. Wasn't the smartest move. Anyway, Slowbro. Oh, is not dead. Oh, no. Blaze Butt. Oh. And Light Screen wears off, so now Fire Punch is strong. I guess I didn't realize that Fire Punch was being weak because it was going up against that silly screen. Okay, I'm gonna revive Gaston here. So this is nice that Fireball got to see some usage in the final battle. So I got to use all 4 of my main Magmars in the final battle. That's great. Maybe I was kind of doing it that way on purpose. I'm like, okay, fine. I can get my final Pokemon. It's the final battle. Get him in here. And now I should be able to go all out with Burn. I should. And let me swap out Gaston. Bring Gaston back in here. Yeah, I should be able to just go all out with Burn. Burn's all pumped up, full of items. The X special attacks. So Burn should be able to get a bunch of one-hit kills and bring this battle to the end. Gaston could probably heal. Yeah, oh no, poor Burn. Burn's paralyzed. That might cause some problems. But yeah, no. Fire Blast. Burn probably could have used Fire Blast every single turn this entire battle, and that would have been fine. I probably didn't need to mess around with those X attacks and X defenses the whole time. So that kind of goes to show what I was saying. Like, well, if I use the X attacks and X special items, they work, but it takes like 5 turns to get all of them done. So it was only about halfway through the battle where it's like, okay, now I'm good. Now I can actually attack and do some damage. And then the rest of the fight is just a joke, because I'm just gonna Fire Blast, one-hit kill every single enemy with Burn. Gaston is helping too. Gaston's doing half damage to that enemy there. Gaston, of course, did damage to the Vile Plume, and let's see how much damage Gaston does against this enemy too. So, like, I probably could have gotten through this battle just doing Fire Blast the whole time, and not doing X attacks, because I did like half damage, third damage to these enemies normally. And that's it! Did I win? You beat Champion Dolphin! He's especially good at expectorating. My, what a guy! Gaston! See, he's the Spitfire Pokemon. That's why I named him Gaston. Because expectorating apparently is a fancy word for spit. That's why I named my Magmar Spitfire. Okay, so that's it. I managed to beat Pokemon Let's Go Eevee with just Magmars. Were there places I messed up and didn't do so well? Yeah, but overall, I think it was kind of smooth, and it took me about 6 hours from start to finish to beat the entire game. So overall, I'd say decent playthrough. It was fun. And those last 2 Magmars in my party were kind of useless. They did not help. Poor Magmars. They were just, I guess, a cushion. Yeah. They only helped in, what, that one battle against Giovanni where they both died instantly? Yeah. So Burning Gaston, 69 and 66. Blaze Butt, 60. Fireball, 61. Fireball, ooh, good job, Fireball, being a little bit better than Blaze Butt. So that is my champion team of Magmars. Thanks for watching. Check out my other Pokemon videos. Like and subscribe.